Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to this video about JavaScript objects. So often we want to store data in some kind of form, and objects are a very nice way to do that. So let's say we want to create a user and have some values attached to it. So we can say the name, set it to Mitchell, and age to 23. Now if I log the user, you will see that it gives us this object in a nice structured way. So I'll just put it right here, create object. Now we can also assign it, because these are called properties. So name and age are a property of user. So now we can also access a property, for example, by saying console log user.name. And if I save it and run the code, it will now console log the name. I can also assign a new property to this object. So I say assign new property. What I could do, I could say user dot country, for example. And I will say the Netherlands. I save it. And now if I log the user and run the code again, we see an updated object with the country property. The next example I'd like to show you is assigning or actually changing a property. So let's say we want to change the age. We could say user.age is let's say 30. And now if I log it, you see the age is updated. You can also destructure value, or actually destructure properties from an object. So this is called destructuring. Oh, wait a second. Destructuring. There we go. So we can say const is user. And now if I go in between these curly brackets and I press Control space, I will see, I'll just have to close this tab right here. If I scroll up, you see age and name. So I can destructure these properties from the user object. So now, instead of having to say user.age, I could say age straight away, and it will log the age for me. So that's destructuring. The next thing I'd like to show you is references. And the best way to do that is to show you an example of trying to make a copy of the user. So I could, for example, say, and I will call this references, and I will call it bad copy. And you will see in a minute why. So let's say we have const new user, and we set it to user. Now, what you will see is that if I log the new user, we will indeed have a copy of our initial user object. However, if I change a property on this new user, for example, I set its name to John, and I log new user, it will indeed say John. But now let's also log the initial user object. Now you will see both have changed to John. And this is for performance reasons, because what's happening right here is that new user is referencing to the initial user object. And what it will do automatically for performance reasons is that it will reference to the same values, the same properties. In order to prevent this, we could use the spread operator. And I will say good copy. However, also in some cases, this will not work. A lot of people call this shallow cloning. There's also something like deep cloning. However, that's out of the scope for this video. But a better way, or actually a good way to do this, is to say const copy user is, and then we create a new object, but we will use the spread operator. So 3 dots, the user object. And what it will do, it will spread the properties of user in this new object. And now I can change the copy user dot name to, for example, Alex. And I will comment this out for now. And if I run the code, and of course I want to log the copy user now, you will see that the original object has remained as is. However, we do have a new copy of another object, but we did change the name successfully. So that is everything for now about JavaScript objects, and I would like to see you in the next video.